Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a man was arrested last week following a drug trafficking investigation in Laurel County. And one sheriff's office is reminding you that before you leave for your dream vacation, take the proper precautions to make sure your home stays safe.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Friday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this Friday, the 13th. It's June. It's also 5:31. Time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall this morning, too. Megan, make sure you don't walk under any, what do they call it? Ladders.
Ladders.
Or black cats.
Yeah, black cats. There's some other superstitious things. What am I missing?
Mirrors, sidewalks. I have no idea.
Yeah, don't break mirrors. Don't swallow gum.
Umbrellas
Yeah,
inside.
don't open umbrellas inside.
Especially with the rain on the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's a good segue there, right? So we do have some rain chances. Let's break into that forecast for you, especially as you start off this morning. It's going to be a little bit of an odd day with temperatures in the 70s for some of you. 70 in Somerset, 71 in Monticello this afternoon. We'll see those mid-80s, see little upper 80s for Manchester, Pikeville, and Prestonsburg, 87. And as we mentioned, don't open up any umbrellas inside. However, as we head into the afternoon, you may need to do so as we have some rain that will be entering into the forecast this afternoon and storm chances returning as we head into those evening hours. Here's a breakout of that forecast for the next couple hours. Seeing the cloud cover, it's really going to be sticking alongside of us while we're dry, and then once the rain and storms do pop in, we're looking at scattered to isolated instances during the afternoon and then more widespread storms as we head into the evening hours. Amelia.
Thanks, Megan. A drug trafficking investigation is underway in Laurel County. That investigation led to the arrest of a Perry County man last week. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino has the details.
The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says in result of a drug trafficking investigation, Kentucky State Police arrested Chester Glenn Couch after he was found with 2,247 prescription pills and around 120 firearms in his possession. Couch, age 68 of Bonnyman, Kentucky, was arrested on Thursday, June 5th. The undercover drug investigation started in Laurel County in 2024. A drug search warrant was then presented at his house in Perry County. Along with the firearms and thousands of prescription pills, deputies also located suspected methamphetamine and a large amount of money.
When you get somebody like that off the street, especially a big-time operator like this that's got thousands of pills and is taking guns and rifles for trade-in for drugs, you're making a huge impact, not just in Perry County, but as, like I told you, it originated here, so we had information that it was occurring here as well. So we're making a huge difference in all of southeastern Kentucky, getting an individual like that under arrest and charged.
Couch was taken to the Kentucky River Regional Jail, where he was then bonded out for $10,000 cash. Officials say his arraignment is set for July 1st. In Laurel County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
Couch was charged with 3 counts of trafficking in a controlled substance as well as possession of a controlled substance. A trial date was set for a Clay County man indicted for attempted murder. Jonathan Hubbard of Manchester was charged after he was accused of stabbing his mother, in addition to firing a gun toward her in Whitley County. According to an indictment, the incident happened in May 2021. Hubbard was also charged on multiple counts of theft by unlawful taking, $500 or more. His jury trial set for January 6th. A soldier was killed in an aviation training incident in the Fort Campbell training area in western Kentucky. This incident reportedly happened Wednesday night. Fort Campbell officials say it involved 2 service members and occurred about at 7 o'clock local time. The second soldier was evacuated to a hospital and is in stable condition. State police in West Virginia say they're investigating after a survey crew on a boat spotted a body floating in the Ohio River. The tip was reported at around noon yesterday. That's after state police arrived. The man's body was recovered from the water. State police say troopers are checking missing persons reports in Cable County, West Virginia, and surrounding counties. The body will be sent to the medical examiner's office. A man was under arrest for reportedly stealing rocking chairs from Volunteers of America in Clay County. Manchester police say they received a report about the stolen chairs yesterday. They watched surveillance video of the theft and later found Terry Jones behind the Express Care Pharmacy. Police say he'd stolen 4 of the rocking chairs and that he was trying to sell them. Jones was arrested for theft by unlawful taking and public intoxication. With summer vacations underway, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office is reminding you to take the proper precautions before leaving town. Sheriff John Root says the department's Away from Home Extra Patrol program is designed to give homeowners peace of mind while they're gone. Deputies make routine checks on properties in the county, like you see here on this Ring doorbell video, to make sure everything looks secure.
All they need to do is call and give us an address of the residents here in the county, and we will have a patrol deputy go by and check on the residents to make sure everything's safe, make sure it's there's nobody there at the residence that shouldn't be, and it's a really good program. People are really utilizing it.
Sheriff Root also shared tips for keeping your home safe. Stop mail delivery, set light timers, avoid posting trip photos until your return, and ask a trusted friend to keep an eye out. This Saturday, anti-Trump protests are scheduled around the country, and they're happening on the same day as President Donald Trump's planned military parade. The Moorhead No Kings Day demonstration is set to take place at Fountain Park. Governor Andy Beshear says he'll activate the state's Emergency Operations Center to keep an eye on several protests scheduled across the state. Well, there will be a big sandy day for democracy and No Kings Day on Saturday in Prestonsburg. This event will take place from 11 until 2 at the Rosenberg Square. Kentuckians for the Commonwealth is hosting that event. Other events are also planned across the region. Senate Democrats, they're raising concerns about the proposed cuts to Medicaid outlined in President Donald Trump's budget bill. Supporters of President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill say it targets excess and abuse within the Medicaid program. The Congressional Budget Office says the changes would save more than $800 billion in federal spending during the next decade. But Governor Andy Beshear says the cuts would cost Americans and Kentuckians their lives.
Devastating. To what is a strong rural hospital system.
Among the rural hospital systems that could be impacted are 6 Appalachian Regional Health Care locations, 2 St. Joseph hospitals, and 2 Baptist Health locations. Those hospitals were identified as at risk based on 2 financial criteria. That's if the hospital is in the top 10% of Medicaid payer mix of rural hospitals across the country, or if the hospital has experienced 3 consecutive years of a negative total margin. The House narrowly voted to cut more than $9 billion in spending already approved by Congress. The package targets foreign programs and the Cooperation for Public Broadcasting, which provides money for NPR and thousands of public radio and television stations around the country. The vote was 214 to 212. It now goes to the Senate. Congressman Hal Rogers voted to support the cut, saying in part, quote, "This package is all about pulling back taxpayer dollars that have been spent on things like net zero cities in Mexico, electric buses in Rwanda, sexual reproductive health in Venezuela, and featured stories on NPR about topics like queer animals. Taxpayers should not be funding those initiatives." Corbin Tourism has a new interim leader. Emily Roberts will step in as executive director. Roberts first came to Corbin as a tourist back in 2013 and says she fell in love with the community. 2 years ago, she joined the Tourism and Convention Commission as the tourism assistant and now steps into the top role following the departure of Nancy Connolly. Roberts says she hopes she can make a positive impact on the area as she takes on this new role.
I love Corbin, like I said, and I very much think of this as my home. Even though I'm not native to Corbin, I have claimed it as my home, and I love the community, and I'm proud of it. I love when people come to visit it, and I get to share all of the special attractions and things that we have here.
Roberts says she is excited to continue building on existing initiatives and to bring new ideas to life that showcase Corbin's unique charm. Well, if you're looking for work or just exploring new opportunities, a regional job fair coming to Corbin could be a good place to start. The Southern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development Agency are teaming up to host the event Thursday, June 26, from 10 to 2 at the Corbin Center. Employers including Pepsi, Austin, the Mint Gaming Hall, Hometown Bank, the Heritage, and others are expected to attend.
This is a perfect time to come and talk to different employers and see what's out there and see what we have to offer. Whatever your position is in life right now, this is a great opportunity.
There's also still time for businesses to sign up. That deadline to reserve a space is June 18th. Job seekers do not need to register. You can just show up and no resume is necessary. Well, if you're looking for a job in the healthcare industry, ARH has you covered. The Hazard location hosted a career fair yesterday and even had open interviews. The event was in the lobby from 10 until 2. ARH recruiter Peyton Blackburn says they offer more than just medical job opportunities.
We want everybody to feel like that there's a role for them in the community, especially with ARH. You know, we don't want them to think that anything in healthcare is just, you know, nursing and doctors and stuff like that. We want to know we have a diverse roles for anybody in the community.
If you did not get the chance to stop by, the hospital hosts these career fairs at 10 o'clock every Thursday.